Hey everyone, I hope you're all well today. I just wanted to jump on and make a quick wee video about something that's been all over the news for the past 24 to 48 hours now. It's been in the newspapers, it's been on radio and television, it's all over social media, and I'm sure you've already spied the thumbnail for this particular video. So you'll know it's about Kurt Zuma, the West Ham United footballer who was abusing his cat. For anybody who hasn't seen the footage, he was kicking his cat, he was hitting them around the head, he was throwing them around, and for some reason he thought it would be a good idea to take a video of this and post it to social media. And there's been quite a kickback from the general public, and rightly so. People are outraged and angry. In fact, there's a petition to sign. I'm going to link it in the comments below, so please, if you're watching the video, take 30 seconds and go and sign the petition. Now, we're asking for two things. Number one, that West Ham United sack the player, and number two, that he be prosecuted under the law. Now, whether he will be prosecuted under the law or not, I really don't know, because animal cruelty laws in the UK are absolutely pathetic. But I think it's only right that we show that we think it is not good enough for anybody to treat a small defenceless animal in such a way. So please, please sign the petition. The second part of the video is for people who are not already vegan but were upset by watching the footage of Kurt Zuma or by reading about what he's done. So my question to you is about selective compassion and selective outrage. And I want to ask you, why are you outraged by this footage, but you are not angry about the things that happen in animal agriculture every single day of the week? And before you answer, I can answer the question for you, because I wasn't always vegan. And I understand that we are brought up in a society that teaches us to draw an arbitrary line between animals. So animals who we consider as companions, cats and dogs and maybe horses, we're taught to care for them. We're taught to love dolphins and horses, and if somebody shoots a lion, we're supposed to get upset. If somebody shoots a ram, we get upset. We get upset at fox hunting, at bullfighting, at dog fighting. But yet these other animals, the ones that we typically eat and wear, we're taught not to think about them at all. And we go through our entire lives supporting industries that are basically industrialized cruelty, and we never ever asked ourselves the question. So I am asking you the question today. This is your wake up moment, where a vegan is coming to you and saying, why do you think it is okay to abuse these animals, but you're completely outraged and upset when somebody is abusing another animal? Both of them feel pain and suffer in exactly the same way, and none of it is necessary. Absolutely none of it. Just some things that are standard practice in these industries that most people don't even know about. Little piglets, for example, when they're first born, one of the first things that will happen to them in life is the farmer will amputate their tail, he will castrate them, and he will break their teeth out with pliers, all without anaesthetic. It's horrendously painful and cruel. Can you imagine having your teeth broken out with pliers? Where is the outrage for these animals, these highly intelligent beings? Does nobody care? Why are there no petitions? Why are there no newspaper articles? And the reason is because you were taught at a young age not to care. In the egg industry, for example, those little fluffy yellow chicks that everybody loves, when they're born, they're 50% male, 50% female. The little females will be filtered back into the industry, where they will live for 18 months in horrendous conditions. The ones who are on battery farms will live in small compact cages where they're not able to stretch their wings out or their legs for their entire lives. The ones who go to free range will be put into a barn with about 16,000 other birds. There is nothing free range about it. It is simply one big cage. They all have a horrendous life. They all live under absolutely abysmal conditions. They will all live to about 18 months, at which point they will be considered spent because their egg production has declined, at which point they will be sent to a slaughterhouse where they will be electrocuted and have their throats cut. Again, Why do we think it's okay to treat those animals in that way, but it's not okay for somebody to kick a cat? It doesn't make any sense. It only makes sense if you apply the logic of what you were taught when you were young. But if you have a brain and you can think logically, there is no argument on earth. There's no way you can tell me it's not okay to kick a cat, but it is okay to break a baby animal's teeth out with pliers. It's okay to cut their throat. It's okay to electrocute them. You know, if you do have an argument, put it in the comments below. I'd be glad to answer that for you. And again, the dairy industry, just one example of something that happens. One example of many horrendous things in the dairy industry. Baby boy calves do not produce any milk. So in the dairy industry, they are considered to be trash, a waste product. So one of 3 or 4 things will happen to them. Number one, they will be killed at birth. Now, estimates are that around 100 to 150,000 small baby boy calves are killed on the day they're born in the UK every single year. There are no accurate figures because farmers do not need to record it, nor do the people who pick up the bodies. But those are the kind of figures that we're working with. Some others now will be sold to foreign markets. So calves will be fed into the veal industry. Most of them go to Belgium or Holland. And some of them will be fed to cheap meat markets. So North Africa, Algeria, Libya, Morocco. So they will be loaded onto ships. They'll go on long journeys across the ocean. And when they get there, they will be met by cruel strangers who will eventually pull a knife across their throat. Or the third thing that will happen is they will be sold at market. Ballymena Market, for example, has a dropped calf market on a Friday morning where the little baby boy calves from the dairy industry are sold. And basically they will be sold at market and go straight across the road into the slaughterhouse where they will be electrocuted, hung upside down and have their throats cut. Now, we are talking about the most gentle little souls on earth. I have been there and seen them. Some of them are as young as 14 days old, I think, is the youngest they're allowed to be. So we are taking little beautiful baby boy calves to slaughterhouses at around 2 weeks old and doing something to them. I mean, would any of us ever be able to stab a baby calf in the throat and watch it bleed out? I don't think many people are capable of that, but yet it's never questioned. There are no petitions, there is no outrage. So, just to finish off, I think my point to you is I don't want you to sign a petition about anything, really. All I want you to do is to go vegan. That's all you have to do. When you go to the supermarket or you go to the clothes shop or you go to the cosmetics shop, you buy cruelty-free options instead, and there are so many of them about these days. If we're talking about food, we have vegan milks and pizzas and ice cream and sausages and burgers and burritos and steaks and chicken and all these things. So we've got all that covered. We've got a wide range of vegan leathers and you know, most of the top sports stuff now, the football boots and all the running shoes and stuff, most of them are using synthetic leathers, which outperform animal skin every single time. So we've got that covered. And of course, for people who are using cosmetics, there are many cruelty-free cosmetic options out there as well. That's what I want you to do. Do not pay these industries to do things to animals that you would never, ever do yourself. So hopefully that is food for thought. Again, don't forget to sign the petition, and of course, please do some research, please look into it, and please, for the sake of the animals, go vegan.